Isn't that a shame? Osna, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Tell us about yourself, your experiences. I understand you're a fabulous actress.
Oh, thank
That's
you
what
very
I
much.
hear. That's what I hear.
Thank you very much. I came to Lehman in the middle 90s with my makeup kit, and I walked into the production office and I said, hello, I'm a makeup artist. Would you like me to work on your shows? And eventually I started taking theater classes because I was interested in the thing I was doing. And from backstage work, so all somebody had to say at one point is, would you audition for me? And so I put one toe on the boards and I was hooked.
So the makeup artist from backstage went on stage and became the star eventually, right?
And she still goes
backstage. You've had leading roles, right?
I've had leading roles for which I'm thankful for, and if it weren't for Lehman, I would not have my dream, which is to do theater. And I don't mind doing anything. Like Juan said, you cut your teeth and you hone your craft anywhere you can. And the more you learn, backstage, on stage, tech work, administrative work, PR, building sets, the better you become at the entire theater thing.
It's a question of rolling up your sleeves and,
yes,
and getting down to work.
And not belittling or not looking down at anything that has to do with theater. Even if you do makeup, you pick up other things. Even if you do acting, you pick up other things. You look at how a director works. You look at how a costumer works. You look at how people around are conceiving and putting together the visuals. And that helps me both as an actor and later on as a director. I've had a chance to direct both downtown and at Lehman. And it's all because of the stuff that I picked up and looked and learned and watched other people and listened to other people, asked questions, and was able to put it back on the table.
I'm sure that you guys who are directing these programs at this theater would want everybody to have this attitude, right?
Well, I mean, she's a world-class act, you know, Osnat also teaches here, and is, you know, and I've known her. I think I knew you before I started here.
Yes, I met you at the Belmont.
Yes, and you know, I pegged her as someone who loved theater and was dedicated and wonderful, you know, even then. But yes, we wish they could all be like Osnat, but a lot of them are.
So what happens when the students, this is for everybody, what happens when the students eventually go through several years of experience here at Lehman? Do a lot of them move on? I mean, can you name some names of people who started here and are now on Broadway or are headed that way?
Well, what's starting to happen, I mean, and I can only talk from my limited experience here, but what's starting to happen is that I have people that, you know, I've been honored to work with, and it's thrilling for me when I hear back, that are starting to go out. You know, they're offering a BA degree. They're not coming out of a conservatory. So a lot of times that's not, you know, that's unheard of for kids even to they want to continue, but they don't usually. We have a lot of people that are now going out and auditioning and starting to book jobs and are starting to, you know, have showcases and having their work seen downtown. And we have a website called the Call Board that we put all this information on, where so what are our alumni doing, and so we have a lot of that's starting to really starting to happen frequently, and that's incredibly exciting.
So what's the name of that website?
Website is the Call Board. You go to lehmanstages.org and click on Call Board. Okay, and that tells you everything we're doing.
Okay, and what else can they find on lehmanstages.org?
On lehmanstages.org, you can find all kinds of rental information and beautiful pictures of the space. There's no pictures of me. I wanted to, but I thought that was a little bit overkill. Henry is actually the assistant director of Lehman Stages. There's no pictures of him. We can put some pictures of Oz not there. We didn't get around to it, but there's information about everybody, and there's also a wonderful space where we have links to sort of our brother and sister institutions in the Bronx. Because, you know, that's where our bread and butter is. The Bronx is where we are, the Bronx is where we live, the Bronx is where we work, and it's very, very important for all the institutions to sort of support each other, I think.
And do they? Do they support each other? Do they work?
Yeah, I think you know, I think for the most part they do. Obviously, there are people who have sort of similar missions. We talk about, you know, we talk about that. I teach a theater management class here, and we talk about, you know, who is your quote-unquote competition. Obviously, if you're doing work that's sort of closer to what somebody else is doing. But the Bronx, I was just talking about this today, the Bronx is, in the 15, 20 years that I've been here, the Bronx is going nowhere but up. But over the course of that change, you can, unlike any other borough, you can come in and start a dance company, a theater company, whatever, and be a pioneer. You know, and that's very, very exciting here. And you could use, you know, if you say you're the Bronx Repertory Company, you're the Bronx Repertory Company. And you sort of own that for posterity.
So it's virgin territory for the arts and for culture.
I think so. When I was at the Belmont Playhouse, one of our strengths and our talking points were Progonis, which is a wonderful, wonderful institution, and I've been friends with those guys for a long time. They have a very specific mission. So our theater was basically the only mainstream theater company in the Bronx. To be able to say that obviously helped us get funding. Obviously, helped us find our niche.
But also have wonderful facilities.
Yeah.
I mean, the Lovinger Theater is wonderful.
Well, yeah, I think probably the facilities that we have and the facilities at the Performing Arts Center rank, rank amongst the top in the region. And I think I know our space, and again, the Performing Arts Center, there aren't spaces like that anywhere else in the Bronx, and I think we're starting to see that. I know our rental income is going up sort of, percentage-wise every year.
So what advice would you give other students here at Lehman and anywhere who may be watching, who want to go into acting, who want to go into directing, who want to follow your footsteps of what you both have done?
Well, I've noticed there's a habit, I guess is a good word for it, that some people are scared. I'm always interested in acting, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Take a class. That's what I tell them. Take a class. Try it. And that's mainly who I want to reach out to. Is people who they want to, but they're scared. They don't know. They're thinking about it.
Stage fright.
Yeah, all that stuff. And I think they should take it, and you'll know then. That's definitely what I.
Okay.
Well, stage fright we all have. My knees buckle before I'm about. My mouth dries. But for me, theater is more than that. I come from Israel, and I have adopted the Bronx as my second home. I'm a proud resident of the Bronx, and I love the melting pot, which is so rich and so wonderful, that I have found in Lehman. And a theater is the best common denominator that brings strangers from different races and creeds and beliefs and teaches them to work as a team and become one. And that surpasses any other feeling that you have, any professional feeling. When I see those bunch of strangers coming in a month, and then within a month or two, they're a family. They know each other. They collaborate. They cooperate. Mm-hmm. To me, this is the American dream.
We can also beat you guys in softball. We'll take the whole crew on.
I don't know about that because I'm getting a team together.
All right, we'll see.
Henry, one last word of advice for everybody who's watching about what it is that's offered here and how they can take advantage of it.
Well, I think the main thing is just, come to Lehman College. There are a lot of great things happening here. We're growing more each year.
How do they find out about everything that's happening? Lehman Stages website?
Yeah, definitely. Go to the LehmanStages.org website. Go to the Lehman College website. But yeah, go to the Lehman Stages website. You'll find out about what's happening at the theater program. You'll find out about what's happening at all of the Lehman Stages events. And again, the other companies here in the Bronx.
And when we come back, we're going to talk to a representative of the Performing Arts Center who's going to, I'm sure, tell us about their website and all the information and all the events that they have, because they have wonderful concerts coming up. Thank you for being on the program. It's a pleasure having you here.